What's up, guys? It's been a while. The reason why is it's been cold up here in New York to work in the garage. All you do is get sick up here. But anyway, been at it. What took so long was I couldn't find my welder, Eddie. My friend Eddie. He was nowhere. He was missing in action. Bigger fish to fry, bigger jobs, and but finally tracked him down. He did a little tigging, just like I mocked up. Down in there, welded in the bung, made the patch for the filler neck, and it fits absolutely perfect. I got those pre-molded hoses by I think they're by Continental. They're not Goodyear, so I got those. Cut them down very, to a really short radius. I cut the necks down on the radiator so that it would fit really tight. Still got the grill to go on. I just trial fitted it, and it looks like it's going to work fine. Anyway, long story short, that's what took so long. Tracking down a guy, that is a good welder, knows how to TIG weld. It's a trade that I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to take it up. I'm gonna have to learn how to do it because there's no way I'm waiting for weeks. And most of the welding that I would be doing would be light TIGging because most of this stuff is aluminum. Everything else, you can cut, trim, and screw in. But anyway, so we got it in line. The bottom hose is the feed. Let me think about this a second. Okay, so the coolant comes out of the top hose of the ATR, which is this guy right here. Comes out of that one down to the sports machine's double pass to the top inlet. Goes through the intercooler, comes out the bottom into the pump, out of the pump to this bottom hose of this new auxiliary cooler I just added, out the top hose, back up to the bottom, which is this hose right here with this double clamp, to the bottom of the ATR. And let me trip the relay, show you guys. It was a bitch. I had to really bleed it down, get all the air out. Had to take the sensor back out and get some coolant flowing because it was just pockets of air. Forget it. All right, so we're tripping the relay here. My little handy alligator clip. Anyway, sorry for the voice. I've been working on a project car outside. I think we got the camera a little dirty. Project car outside, a 2000 Ford Mustang V6. Everything. Bought it to flip it. Us GM guys, we don't buy Fords to keep them. We buy them to sell them, and that's what I did. Fuel pump. Need a fuel pump. Never mind that I filled a tank that was already full with gas that must have been 6 years old. Battery, belt tensioner, belt, few small things. Glass, needed a windshield. Next is brakes, and it's pretty much good. So if anybody's interested in it, what it's got going really nice is a clean body. The body's very clean on it. It's got some pink hearts, though, and Mustang in pink because it was girl-owned since new. So it's white, automatic, 3.8, runs great. That's about it. It's a driver, don't expect anything great. But what it does have going good for is the body's pretty good. Body's great, actually, and the interior is great. So, but anyway, it's a driver. It's to get the A to B. At least in my opinion, it ain't one of these, crazy hobby cars that we love and baby and take care of, you know. But it's a good driver. And all jokes aside, with the whole Ford thing, I really do buy him to sell him. But you know, it's a good car. It's a good, reliable car. The motor runs very smooth. All right. So anyway, the juice is flowing. It's flowing. I'll pull the cap. It's flowing. So just to let you know, that little Johnson pump that Tom sells from Sports Machines, it works. People were saying it wasn't going to work, or you know, it wasn't going to be that strong, and you're going to have to buy a big Ford Lightning Bosch pump or something like that. And I would have had to go that route if I had to, but it is flowing just fine. Flowing just as good as it did before without the second cooler, to be honest with you. And that's because this cooler's not that wide. It's only got a 1-inch core, I would say. And, yeah, it's probably only got a 1-inch core. The tanks are like 1 1/4. I don't know. I had a tape measure here somewhere. I don't know where it is, but say 1 1/4, maybe 1 1/2. Probably not even, the tanks. And then I would say the core is between 3/4 of an inch and an inch, probably an inch. I think it is an inch. So it's a nice little cooler. Did very little trimming. Very little trimming. I trimmed this thing down, but you guys will hack it up anyway when you put the front mount air-to-air intercooler. And that's not the route I want to take, at least not at this point. Anyway, it's flowing good. It's working good. I'm happy with it. A couple of you guys made fun of me, saying, "Oh, you're wasting your time. It's not going to do any more." Sure it is. The more coolers you have, the better. I moved the training cooler over there. It's behind the power steering cooler. The more cooling you have for these water to air, the better. But that's it. I'm not going to go with an ice cooler or anything up front. It defeats the purpose. I mean, you put it up front. I mean, how long's the ice going to last? Now, if you did the cooler, the beer cooler in the trunk, like I've seen guys do that, and bypass all this crap. They just run it straight to the ATR, the stock intercooler, and right to the cooler in the back, and you're going to load it with ice. But that's if you're tracking it, you know. I want to be able to, that this is an everyday, not that it's an everyday driver whatsoever. It's just a weekend little play truck. But I want to, you know, have it set up that, you know, this is the way it is. You don't have to rely on ice and stuff like that. Ice is great. I mean, don't get me wrong. When you go to the track and if you're going to load up a cooler, it'd be great. But it's just, that to me is too complicated. That's just too much. But we also have meth. And the days I seen some guys driving, especially down in Cecil County, down in Maryland, on a hot day, I couldn't believe they were even running these type of trucks. One I seen in particular was a Cyclone. I mean, it was so hot, 93 degrees. It was so muggy. It was just a bad day. Between the humidity and the heat, it was just a bad day to run one of these type of trucks. I don't care how many coolers you have on it, but you know, I guess you got to go when you can. You know, get to the track when you can. But that wouldn't be me. I'd be driving this thing. If I was going to track it, it'd be in 60 degree weather. Anyway, guys, I'm happy. I accomplished my mission. And nothing like doing your own work. And when a plan comes together and you accomplish it. Anyway, guys, bang out of here.